Over the past 3 decades, I've been fortunate enough to spend an awful lot of time around a magnitude of high-level athletes, entrepreneurs, business leaders, basically people who are at the top of their game in their respective field. Right back when I was a footballer at Coventry City, the age of 16, when I started as a young professional, being around really, really elite level athletes, right through to now as a founder of Built to Last, where I now look after some of the most successful people in the world, people who are genuinely at the top of their game in their professional field. However, if there's one thing I've realized, irrelevant of how great an athlete someone is or how great a businessman someone is, one of the most common traits I see, and I'm not innocent to this, is they are really, really good at overcomplicating what needs to be done to perform at their best every single week. So in this episode, I'm going to share with you 5 steps to win every week, maybe a little bit more easily than what you're currently doing. It's going to be a short episode, but having coached so many people and also had periods where I've been absolutely flying. You get to the end of the week and you feel great versus those weeks that tend to be a bit of a struggle. And then also having coached so many people that have had these periods of incredible progress, whether it's with their health and fitness or with their business or just something to do with a personal goal in general, there are clear distinctions of what people do when they meet their weekly expectations versus not meeting their expectations. I love using the word expectations even more so than goals, because ultimately how we feel on a week-to-week basis comes down to whether or not we meet our expectations, whether it's in business, whether it's with your health and fitness, or whether it's with any area of your life. So I'm going to take you through 5 steps that are going to help you win more frequently and consistently maybe than what you're currently doing. Firstly, have one clear expectation. Whether it's for your business, whether it's for your health, fitness, and body goals, just have one clear expectation. The reason why so many people do not follow through with their goals is they have too many expectations. And then when you have too many expectations and targets, it's very easy to nearly meet those expectations. And even if you've made progress, because you've not actually followed through and met one clear expectation, you can get to the end of the week and still feel like you've not achieved and you've let yourself down, which can impact how you feel at the weekend and impact those around you. So set one clear expectation that is measurable, and at the end of the week, you've either met that expectation or you haven't. Secondly, once you've set a clear expectation, get very, very clear on why meeting that expectation at the end of the week is important to you. Your chances of not following through on your expectations or implementing the habits towards that expectation will elevate dramatically if you are not clear on why it's important to meet that expectation. But if we can get crystal clear on why is it important I meet my expectations, how will it make me feel, how will it make others feel, and is it moving my life forward? Because ultimately, how we feel at the end of the year is going to be down to how many weeks we've met our expectations and felt like we've progressed, whether it's in business, with your health and fitness, or any key area of life that you want to feel a sense of satisfaction with at the end of the year. Thirdly, once you've identified your expectation, why it's important, identify the one potential biggest obstacle that may stand in the way of meeting that expectation. whether it's a concern, a fear, a potential barrier, or maybe someone that might get in the way of meeting that expectation, don't go into the week without having identified the potential barrier, curveball, or resistance that might get in the way of meeting that expectation. The reason that's so important is if you can identify the potential barrier or roadblock that may stand in the way of meeting that expectation, it's going to stop you being reactive and not facing that curveball with a better mindset and a better approach when it actually happens or if it happens. Once you've identified the potential barrier, the roadblock, create logic. How do you do that? Write down the options and the best case scenarios that you can achieve and follow through with should you have that potential curveball come at you. There's always something you can do. Like, for example, for many of our clients, when I ask them that question, what is your main concern? What is the potential risk, challenge that may stand in the way of meeting your expectation at the end of the week and this time next week? For many people that we coach, it's something around food. It's a social occasion. It's a restaurant they've not eaten at before, or it's a collection of people, whether it's clients, whether it's team, whether it's family, whose habits aren't aligned to the habits they know they need to implement, especially when it comes to food, to meet their health, fitness, and body goal. That's why so many people cave, because they haven't anticipated having hard conversations where they just need to tell people around them, hey, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to drink that. And you're far more likely to fold in those situations if you haven't identified the potential environments and the potential situations where the habits you want to implement aren't aligned to the habits that people around you want to action. It will stop you being reactive and it make you proactive with your decision making. If you can identify what's the best case scenario and what are the options that I have in this situation, and from those options, which one is more aligned to my expectation at the end of the week. Fourth one, I'm pretty sure if you look at your track record, not just this year, but maybe over the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you will have one clear morning, non-negotiable habit that when you do that, the rest of your day flows so much smoother. Everyone generally has one habit that if they did that thing first thing, they feel better, they perform better, and they're more likely to implement habits that are aligned to not just their daily expectation, but their weekly expectation. What is your one thing that if you did that first thing in the morning, it just sets your mind and your habits up for the day better? Is it training? Is it walking? Is it breathing? Is it journaling? Is it fresh air? It could be absolutely anything. But what is the thing that when you do that, it just keeps you sharp and you're in a proactive state from the moment you get up? The last one, what is your one evening non-negotiable habit that when you do it, you know you end the day feeling better? Why is that important? When you end the day feeling better, you're far more likely to have a better sleep and then wake up in a better mood, with better focus, with better emotional awareness for the following day. But what is your one thing that when you do that in the evening, ends the day in an empowering way and allows you to switch off, recharge the batteries so you get up the following day, feeling so much better? For me, for example, my one non-negotiable habit that when I follow through on this, is getting to bed before 10:30. I'm a total different animal when I go to bed before 10:30. Am I always perfect with this? No, but I feel it. The following day's a lot harder when you don't get to bed earlier. Right? But for some people that we work with, their one non-negotiable PM habit is literally not ending their workday without having scheduled their priority tasks for the next day, and without ending their workday without knowing the following day, when are they going to train, when are they going to eat, when are they going to move, so they're more likely to follow through on those habits and behaviors the following day. So just to recap, if you want to win every week a lot more consistently than what you're currently doing, get clear on what is your weekly expectation, why does it matter, what is the potential biggest obstacle that may stand in the way of meeting that expectation, and list your options. And what is the best option that, if that obstacle popped up, would help you overcome that obstacle. Fourth, identify your one morning non-negotiable habit that sets you up for the day. Schedule it in your calendar, set a reminder to help you follow through on it. Then lastly, do the same for your evening habit. Okay, schedule it, set a reminder until it becomes automatic. And I guarantee those 5 simple things will just help create way more consistency, reduce overwhelm, and allow us to end the week knowing that we've ticked off the main thing that we wanted to follow through with. Because that's where confidence is built. It's doing what you said you would do. And it just takes away all the overwhelm. As always, would love to hear your biggest takeaways from this episode. If you need any support systems around these frameworks, I've got so many inside our Built to Last members area. How to plan your day, how to plan your week. Why is this so important? At the heartbeat of any transformation, your physical, your mental, emotional transformation, is structure. And that starts with how you plan your day, how you plan your week. And it's the biggest thing from all my years of coaching that separates those who are at the top of their game across every week, every season of the year versus those that are inconsistent. And if you don't want to be inconsistent, it all starts with structure and some of the things I've gone through today. And as always, if you are interested in what we do inside Built to Last, visit kirkmiller.co.uk or reach out to me directly and we can speak from there.